We just want to thank you all for coming. Andrew Sandusky, he touched all of our lives. I'm Ollie Fulcher with the GSA. I'm the current president of GSA. Andrew was our predecessor before, Chelsea Pressman.
Hi everyone, I knew Andrew through student government and also through he was hanging out with Ninja, and he was very active in clubs.
And so now we're going to go ahead and let Serena Peck go ahead and lead us.
Thank you guys for being here today. Andrew provided the foundation and the start to CKI, which is Circle K International here at Western, in 2011 and 2012. He believed in the three tenets of CKI, which are fellowship, leadership, and service. And as president myself this year for CKI, we are thankful for the foundation that Andrew laid, and I am honored to offer this prayer this evening. Something that I wrote, so please bow your heads. Dear Lord, we come to you to prayer, in hopes that you will lift our saddened hearts and let us feel comfort in knowing that Andrew is safely home. May we hear these words and feel a lighter heart, knowing his life that exemplified leadership, service, and friendship, brought much joy and love to many. May we hear his words. Today, God, grant me passage to an unforeseen land, as I pause to reflect upon the shadow I once cast upon a great land. I want you to know that God now holds my hand. I am not alone, nor am I without a plan. For it was because of the love of many of you, I travel upon open sands. I try to live a life of service, and I have been all I can be. Do not be saddened by my passing, for I hope in some way each of you who remember me will know that I am now well, as God's hand has led me to his land. Lord, we know that there is no end. We can carry on the memory and love, and as we knew Andrew, Lord, watch over him and all those lives he has touched. We know that death is not the extinguished light, but rather a new dawn beyond the night. May Andrew's light forever shine bright, as we ask in your name. Amen.
And now Maria Dominguez from MASA will say a few words.
Good afternoon. My name is Maria Dominguez, and I direct the Office of Multicultural Affairs and Student Activities, MASA, and I'm also the director of the United Campus Ministry on campus. Andrew Sandusky was part of the MASA team. We very much enjoyed his energy and his can-do approach, and always ready to go the extra mile. I will always cherish the good memories that not only I but others had, just having him around. His kindness and his good spirit. I transported Andrew Sandusky along with Sandra Gonzalez, who at the time also worked at the Office of Multicultural Affairs and Student Activities, to the city of Gallup, New Mexico, to afford them an experience, a cultural experience. So we were on the reservation together and just living day by day, and what he had to bring to that culture was very inspirational, and it's something that will live in me forever. I know that he is taking care of us, and I know that he will continue to look upon this wonderful campus of ours. I know that he will continue to live in my heart, and he will be sorely missed. And I just thank God that that blessing of having Andrew around me the length of time that I did, I thank God for that, because he really did impact me and he enriched my life. And I will never forget the beauty and his wonderful, his good nature, and all that he shared with me, one of which was the pride that he had of having had the opportunity to raise his nieces. And in my first language, Andrew, vaya con Dios.
If anyone would like to share words or say anything about Andrew, you may come to the podium.
Hi. I'm gonna try not cry in the office. I met Andrew at Cochise College a few years back, and he was honestly one of the most warm, friendly people I've ever encountered in my life. And whenever you needed help, he was right there to help you out. And when I transferred to Western, he was right there saying, "I'm glad you're here," gave me a hug. Every time I see him, he would say, "I'm glad you're here." I'm just thankful he was a part of my life.
Hi, my name's Rachel. Not very many people know this, but I used to be an RA. And the first time I met Andrew is when he came to check into this brand new place in town. And I was like, "Oh, this guy? He's kind of a trip." But then, as I got to know him better and better, it felt like I was supposed to have known him my whole life, like he was an uncle. So one day I'm talking to him and I said, "You know, Andrew, you're kind of like an uncle to me. Can I call you Uncle Drew?" He said, "Oh yeah, sure. My nieces call me Uncle Drew. It's fine." So after that, I called him Uncle Drew, and he was just always there with a hug. He was willing to let me know what was going on with politics on campus and all. Just really brightened up every room he was in, and I'm gonna miss him a lot.
I'm Allie Hancock, and I worked alongside Drew in the social work department when he was president of the Student Social Work Association and I was vice president. And he did a lot of advocating on this campus for students, no matter who they were or what they stood for. He was their voice. No matter the issue, whatever the students felt, that was what he backed. And as I think back, I share many memories with Drew, walking around campus, dancing at fundraisers, and just having an all-around great time. In his last few months, I was able to share a lot of conversations with him. And he lived an amazing life, and he was an advocate until the day he left. And while we're all sad, I know deep down that Andrew wants us to continue to smile and laugh and remember the great man that he was and the great work that he did on this campus. And he wants us to fulfill what he did on campus. So if you remember what he advocated for and you hear a student on campus that needs help, remember what Drew would do and stand up and let his memory live on. Thank you.
So, as I said before, I'm president of GSA right now. But when I first met Drew, I was very shy and really nervous. I'd never gone to GSA before, never been publicly identified as gay or queer or anything. And quickly, Drew saw in me leadership skills that I didn't see in me, that sometimes I still don't see in me. And he like Allie said, he liked to push for advocacy, and currently, or one of his biggest pushes was he wanted to get the safe zone training on campus, which is anti-discrimination training and such. And currently, that training is well underway. The first aid for training has been set, and I think that he would be very pleased to know that. And so, without Andrew, I would not be here. I would not be standing in front of all of you people, not knowing what to say, other than I loved Drew, and I'm very sad that he's gone. If anybody else would like to come and share words.
Well, for being a professor, this is not my favorite thing to be doing. I'm Leslie Cook, and this is my second year at WNMU in the School of Social Work. I can say that Drew was actually the first student I met when I came on campus, newly hired, fresh shiny face, not a clue what I was getting myself into. And he treated me really well, showed me around. He was really friendly. I was laughing because I was thinking about this the other day. First day I came on campus and made my rounds to HR and did all my stuff I had to do. They were having a Cinco de Mayo cookout in the School of Social Work, and Drew was showing Dr. Martin, another faculty member, how to make tacos. And that memory stuck with me because it was really funny, because he was, literally showing Dr. Martin, this PhD social worker, how to cook something that, a lot of people know how to cook, but it was really funny. He was very patient and very, very kind with him, and that was Drew in a nutshell. We worked together in this Student Social Work Association last year because I'm the sponsor and he was the president, and I used to have to sit him down and say, Drew, my goodness, there's only one of you and one of me, and there's a lot of other people we can get involved, but one thing at a time. And when he asked me to write him a letter for grad school, I gladly did so. And when it said what are the students' weaknesses, that was the only thing I could say, is that he tries to do so much. And like Allie said, he advocated for everybody all the time. No matter who it was, what the cause was, he was there to help. And I was telling them today, we just moved our whole department into a new building, and I unpacked a box today, and there was this ceramic monkey that Drew made for me in one of his classes, and it really, it was just such a kind thing for him to do, because he knew I liked monkeys, and, I found that today, and it really hit me in the heart. So he was a great guy and a good student, an awesome advocate and social worker, and we will miss him.
Anyone else like to say a few words?
I first met Drew when I got involved with the GSA. I had been the president, and he came on as the vice president. Really, he, and along with her friend Susan, who has moved on to Seattle, she's carrying on what Drew would have done, advocacy for those that don't have a voice in the LGBT community. And I'll always remember Drew just always pushing on, always being positive, always having that never give up attitude, even though we could hardly get any students involved till, sometime after we had kind of gotten things going. And I have to thank Ollie for being involved in keeping us going. He was always like, we're going to keep going, don't give up, we're going to get people involved. And now we have what we have, and it's thanks many part to him. And sorry, I'm going to miss him a lot. And I wouldn't be here being the strong person that I am without him. And I just, it would do my heart good to just have this closure, to thank him for having me be the strong person I am now. Thank you, Drew.
Hello, my name is Chelsea, and when I first met Drew, I was an ignorant res kid from Laguna Pueblo, first time freshman in college, and I met him at the Mecha building when we were trying to save, there was disputes about it, and he would always greet me saying, "Hi sweetie, how are you doing?" and give me a big hug, and I always look forward to his hugs. And he got me into student government. I remember one time he came up to me and said, like, "Hey, you should do this." And I just filled out the application. I was like, "What is this for anyways?" And he said, it's to be a leader. You're going to do great." And I was like, okay. So when I got elected, he helped me learn everything, like how to advocate for students, how to be a leader, and just to be the voice. And so far I've been involved with so many things that I don't think I would have done it if it wasn't for Drew. He was such a great teacher, and my grandmother used to say, like, before she passed away, she told me that to love everyone, and at first, sometimes there are times in your lives when you're all like, why should I love everyone if they treat others mean and everything? But Drew was the definition of what my grandmother meant, to love everyone no matter what, and he'll be missed. And I'd like to thank my teacher for that. Thank you, Drew.
I was one of Drew's friends, but I'm not from social work. Just to make you guys, I'm from counseling, but in chemical dependency with Dr. Burdett. But I met Andrew when I was working in the Academic Support Center with Rebecca Matter, who's from Disability Services. And he was a great advocate for us in student government while he was with Disability Services. And then he found out he was, I think he was half or quarter, I don't remember, I can't remember the tribe he was from. And so I started helping him to find his traditions and the different ways and teaching him different things from our native culture. And I thought it was neat. One of the things that summarizes a lot of what Chelsea was saying, and basically what our tribes and our elders teach us to be, is just to make the world better. And I think that's the best way that I could just summarize Andrew, is just anytime you want to think about him, just continue to make the world better, because that's what he wanted to always do. Ogine.
Hello, my name is Albert Arias, and Drew and I came from the same community college. That's where I met him. I met him a year before he came over here. So I met him on the bus ride over here to see this campus, and he was one of the main reasons why I came over here, because I knew somebody here. And he talked the entire way, and I don't like sleeping on a ride. I don't like sleeping on a bus. So he kept me awake, and he talked about his life, and we talked about my life and politics and weird music, and we talked and talked and talked. By the time we figured out that we were actually here, we kept talking, and we even got the lady mad because we were talking about how much it reminds us of home, because there's a place where he used to live, and it looks a lot like Silver City, a lot like the hippie town. We loved it, and gosh, he was such an amazing person, such a great life. He always knew what to say to me. He would walk with his shorts, with his no-sleeve shirt, smoking a cigarette, and he would find me. We would always find time to talk, and it always felt that I never had any time to talk. But he would come up to me, and we would talk for hours, and I would miss class, and I would look at my watch, I was like, Drew, I just missed class, and he would say, oh, I'm sorry, but you're smart enough to do it. And he was, oh man, and he always managed to catch me in those times where I'm rushing to class, but I'd always forget because it was Drew. Drew can always captivate you into doing something great, or change your opinion about something, or always show some sort of perspective towards something new. And he was such a full person. I don't know, I really became really good friends with him. We came here together, and it's a little sad that he got to leave before I did, but he accomplished a lot of things. Changed my perspective on a lot of things too. I'm gonna miss him. And I'm sure Bisbee's gonna miss him because that's where he was from. He was a good friend. Hope I'll meet up with him soon. Well, I'll meet up with him, but
Anyone else want to come up and say some few words?
right, then at this time, Maria and Lorraine are going to do a dove ceremony.
We look at that as being Drew. He does not have to.
There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone, and some remain. All these places have their moments.
One last thing, if you guys could please sign in to the guest book if you haven't already. And also there's paper if you want to write a letter to Drew's family to tell them just how much he impacted our lives. We're going to put it in the pink box and we're going to mail it to his family so that way they will know just how special he was. And I know that there's some people here, who aren't here tonight. And so we're going to keep the box for a while before we mail it off. So if you want to get the word out that we do have that option for people who, for whatever reason, couldn't be here tonight. And here also to speak is President Shepard.
My apologies for my tardiness. Andrew was one of the first people that I met when I came here. I thought actually he lived right outside my office for a long time. He had a home, but he was instrumental in terms of one of the people that you could see, and just his warm smile, and we can all appreciate that about him. And obviously, from my point of view, I like to remember not the passing of an individual, but the joy that they brought to my life. And maybe that sounds a little selfish, but we each bring joy to each other's lives. And he brought a lot of joy to me in terms of just one of those individuals, very unique. I don't want to spend too much time here, but as a university community, I think it's important that we do these sorts of things, that we recognize what people mean to us. And Andrew was a shining light and an example of that. Of course, as I was coming up, I see that Andrew's spirit is still sitting over there on the picnic table. And I must say that's apropos. He did like the table that you eat off of. And so that's kind of fitting. But anyways, on behalf of the university, thank you to each of you for what you meant to Andrew, and what he meant to you. For that, we are all the better. For that, we walk forward and we share each other's memories about Andrew, and we share with each other all the positive that he brought into our lives and to this community, and we're blessed that his path crossed ours, and ours is crossed his. So thank you for allowing me the opportunity to say this.
And with that, you are free to go do whatever.
Scatter forth.
And also, I love you. And also, I hope that whatever you're doing, you're having fun. Just keep having fun. And also, hey, Safe Zone, it's going. Safe Zone is going.
Andrew,
Thanks for all the good work you've done. Thanks for the inspiration, power you've given all of us, the love that you've given all of us, and I only hope that we can do you justice, do your memory justice to carry on in your name.
Hi Andrew, it's me Chelsea, and I'd like to say thank you for always being there for me and giving me a hug on my bad days, and just being a happy-go-lucky charm, and we'll miss you, and I hope you're having fun wherever you are.
It's Angie. I hope you're having fun in the giant disco in the sky. I miss you. You were one of the most warm and friendly people I've ever met. And over the summer I couldn't have passed the class without that book you let me borrow. And I still have that book, my little remembrance of you. Thank you for being a part of my life.
Andrew, you will be sorely missed. We love you. You'll always be a part of us, and I know that we're a part of you. And as you can see, the dove that we purchased in your honor is still here on campus, so we are interpreting that your spirit lives on and it does not want to leave, and that's a good thing. We love you, Andrew. Vaya con Dios.
Just want to say, Andrew, that I love and miss you. Will always love and miss you. Your smile, working with you at the bookstore, always with the energy of just wanting to go and go and go and go. And I appreciate all the help that you gave me and this campus as an advocate for everybody here that needed your help. And I pray that your family will be at peace. I know they have to grieve, but that they will be at peace, and know that, especially seeing this film, that so many people love you, and you'll always be in our hearts and our soul. Thank you, Andrew.